Hi, I'm Commissioner Nancy Jester, and welcome to Nancy Jester Reports for January 12th, 2016. Today we had our first full Board of Commissioners meeting. I also want to note that on Monday, the legislature went back into session, so I wish all the DeKalb delegation and, of course, all the legislators from around the state good luck with their legislative session, and do good things for all of us here in DeKalb and for the people of Georgia. Today in our Board of Commission meeting, we had a deferral on an appointment to the Pension Board. I was a little disappointed that we did not get that particular nomination through at this time. Hopefully we will do so soon. I was concerned because the deferral was based on one of the commissioners expressing that the pension board was not diverse enough, that there were too many people of European descent on the pension board. I think the only diversity we need to worry about is certainly the financial portfolio that the pension board represents, and the only color we need to be concerned about is green, because of course it is the pension system for DeKalb County needs to be managed properly so that it can meet the obligations to the pensioners of DeKalb County. I'm also concerned because if we're going to be playing diversity politics and identity politics on the pension board, we need to note that right now in the legislature there is House Bill 711, which seeks to create a new special tax district that would tax certain people in DeKalb County for unfunded pension liabilities. And those unfunded pension liabilities, in my opinion, have come into being because of poor contribution and actuarial assumption practices of DeKalb County, as well as then the pension board has to be responsible for ensuring returns on investment. So we need a strong, a very knowledgeable pension board so that they can make sure that we can keep our taxes where they need to be and we don't have to increase taxes based on bad decisions. So I hope you'll join me in supporting Mr. Littlefield, who is the nominee out of the committee in DeKalb to the full Board of Commissioners to be on the pension board. We also did approve the animal shelter. We got a bid back for the animal shelter, so we've approved the contract for that. We deferred the decision on the actual funding for it, so we've approved the procurement process that has happened, but we have to decide whether we'll be paying that through savings in the general fund, savings through general obligation bonds, or through some other mechanism, perhaps a certificate of participation. Sometimes you hear that referred to as COPS, which is a type of debt financing. One of the things of interest to the citizens in District 1 in the North Lake area, specifically in the Tucker North Lake CID, we had a special land use permit that had been before us for a while for an extended stay motel, and we've been deferring that. That got deferred again for 60 days because the owner of the property heard your voice and he respected what you were saying. So he's requested some extra time, and I expect to get a different proposal to consider in the future on that. So stay tuned for that information as well. We heard from a number of folks who did public comment this morning at our meeting that started at 9. We heard loud and clear from citizens that want Ms. Harmel Cody to continue to be on the Audit Oversight Committee. She was appointed there, and there's been an attempt to remove her because of some folks playing politics with that committee. I think that underscores everything that people think is wrong when people are trying to make political adjustments to committees to get the outcome they want. So I support Ms. Cody being on that committee, and it was great to see the citizens speak up in support for that. So hopefully she will be on that committee. That committee will be recommending an internal auditor candidate for DeKalb County to approve. We also heard from a number of police and former police, current and former, that wanted to bring to our attention the need to deal with the compensation issues in the DeKalb Police Department. They have lost pay raises for promotions. Their pay has been frozen. They've had some on-call pay issues, just a whole host of things that have left them in a relatively disadvantaged position when you look at some of the other jurisdictions around us. So it's harder to retain and certainly harder to recruit the high quality police that DeKalb County needs. And the police department is certainly letting us know that. So I stand with them. Atlanta, Cobb, and Gwinnett are all looking at pay raises or have already raised pay for their police. One of the things I think that was unwise that DeKalb did in 2015, and I voted against this, I voted against the overall budget. One of the things in that overall budget was a decrease in the tax rate specifically that went to police. So the general fund got bloated for all the pet pork projects that people wanted, including the bad idea regarding the soccer deal, but the police took a hit, and that's not right. That needs to be fixed because there are plenty of places to cut in the general fund, and I intend to work on that. That'll be a priority of mine in 2016. But public safety isn't one of them. We need to make sure that our police, our fire, and our 911 operators are well taken care of there so that we, again, have the best working for us and public safety isn't compromised. This, again, will be a priority for me as we work on the 2016 budget, which is something that we're doing right now. Another priority of mine that I'll be bringing forth for 2016 will be the issue of nighttime meetings. We meet at 9 a.m. on most Tuesdays, 4 Tuesdays a month. And that's great for some folks, and they can make that meeting for public comment or to hear the information that we have. But that's not always convenient for people. So I'm going to make some proposals in the upcoming weeks and months that we incorporate a nighttime meeting, whether it be a committee of the whole meeting, a special meeting to receive public comment, or a full Board of Commissioners meeting. I'm going to request that we make some nighttime meetings available for that purpose. So I hope that will, you'll stand with me and that will be something beneficial to you. As always, I hope you'll stay in touch with me. There's a number of ways you can get in touch with our office. You can certainly check out my website at nancyjester.com. Email me at nancy@nancyjester.com. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great 2016, and we will see you next week at the next Nancy Jester Reports. Thank you.